It was a tense and unforgettable day in court for Hannah Freeman, a former 4th grade teacher who crossed the line in a shocking way. She was sentenced after stalking her ex-boyfriend 33 times in just 19 days. But calling it dramatic hardly captures the scene. Hannah wasn't just any defendant. She was the daughter of a police chief, yet that family connection couldn't shield her from the real consequences of her actions. The road to this courtroom moment began with a single desperate 911 call.
Westlake Police, can I help you?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend continues to stalk me and park her car next to wherever I am and follow me home every night.
What makes this case stand out is not just the crime, but who committed it. Hannah Freeman wasn't an ordinary teacher. She was the daughter of North Ridgeville's chief of police, and for a time she believed that family influence would shield her from real punishment. But in the courtroom, that illusion shattered. This case became a dramatic collision of privilege, obsession, and misplaced entitlement. And when the verdict finally arrived, the meltdown that followed showed a woman who could no longer escape the truth. You're watching She Knows Crime, where I explore the hidden psychology of women who commit shocking acts. Subscribe now for new cases every week. At 27, Hannah Freeman seemed to have it all. A master's degree, a stable job as a 4th grade teacher in North Ridgeville, Ohio. On paper, her life looked picture perfect. Educated, professional, trusted with children. But Hannah carried something else she had leaned on her entire life: influence. Her father, Michael Freeman, was the city's chief of police. And when officers arrested her in 2022 for disorderly conduct, her reaction exposed just how much she believed that power would protect her.
Hannah Freeman?
Hannah Freeman? Are you supposed to be up here? You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier?
Hannah didn't just lose her temper once, she built a pattern. Neighbors recalled her saying the same thing again and again.
Nothing will happen to me. My father's the police chief.
That wasn't confidence, it was entitlement. Hannah had grown up believing the rules didn't apply to her. What should have been a turning point in 2022, her arrest for disorderly conduct, instead became proof, at least in her mind, that family connections could shield her from any real consequences. By early 2024, that dangerous mindset collided with a man named David. He was a respected middle school teacher in Westlake, Ohio. On paper, both David and Hannah looked like an ideal match. At first, it seemed promising, but by April, David had decided the relationship wasn't working. He told Hannah clearly it was over and they both needed to move on. For David, the breakup was the end. For Hannah, it was only the beginning. Almost immediately, her behavior turned obsessive. She began showing up uninvited at his workplace, sitting in the school parking lot just to watch him. GPS records later confirmed the disturbing pattern. In less than a month, she appeared at his school 33 times across 19 days, sometimes more than once in the same day. That wasn't chance. It was deliberate surveillance, and she didn't stop there. According to David, Hannah followed him home nearly every night. Imagine the weight of that, finishing a long day of teaching, only to realize your ex is trailing you back to your front door. What started as visits quickly became stalking, a daily shadow he couldn't escape. The situation reached a breaking point on November 6, 2024. David had made it clear. Their relationship was finished, and he didn't want her at his apartment. But Hannah came anyway. What she found that night, another woman inside, sent her into a rage. Instead of walking away, she went straight to David's car. The doors were unlocked, and she methodically stole what he needed most: 2 backpacks, 2 laptops, his wallet, even prescription medication. It wasn't an impulsive act, it was calculated. By taking the essentials of his daily life, Hannah ensured David would be forced to reach out. That same night of violation pushed David to a decision. On November 7th, he finally called police for help.
Westlake Police, how can I help you?
Yeah, my ex-girlfriend continues to stalk me and park her car next to wherever I am and follow me home every night.
When investigators asked how long this had been going on, David's reply was chilling.
How long has it been happening?
Probably a month now.
Have you ever contacted police about it?
No.
Okay.
An entire month of being stalked almost every single day before he finally felt desperate enough to call the police. But even that call didn't stop her. The very next day, Hannah appeared at his school once again. This time, David immediately dialed 911. Officers arrived to find exactly what he had described. Hannah sitting alone in her car, watching, waiting. Body camera footage from that moment captured her unsettling calmness and revealed just how distorted her mindset had become.
Hannah Freeman?
Hannah Freeman? Are you supposed to be up here? You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier? No?
Well, we went to get dinner together, but...
Where'd you guys go get dinner at?
King's.
King's?
King's, yeah.
Raising Cane's? Which one?
North Olmsted.
North Olmsted? Okay. Well, we got a complaint from him that you were in his vehicle tonight and you're harassing him and stalking him.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Did you take some items from him last night?
When confronted about being in David's car, Hannah brushed it off as dinner together. No remorse, no shock, just casual denial. This wasn't a mistake. It was entitlement exposed. As officers took Hannah into custody outside, David finally revealed to police the full extent of her disturbing behavior.
Did you invite her here?
No.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, she,
Are you sure you didn't invite her here?
Yes, I never invited
Okay.
her to anything.
'Cause she said that you invited her here.
Yeah, I know. She probably would have.
David revealed something even more disturbing.
Yesterday, followed me to my apartment, stole stuff out of my car.
Yeah.
Medications that I need, my car keys, which I was finally able to get back from her, a laptop, and my wallet. And she has run up a bunch of charges on one of my credit cards now.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Hannah had taken things even further. Using stolen information, she accessed David's personal accounts, racking up charges on Amazon with his money while continuing to stalk him. Police soon filed serious charges: stalking, burglary, aggravated theft, identity fraud, and drug theft. These weren't petty crimes. Each carried the real possibility of prison time. Hannah's attorney, Michael Kinlean, further suggested Hannah only took David's book bag for a few minutes after finding another woman there. But the evidence revealed systematic theft, laptops, keys, wallet, and prescription drugs. On the day of sentencing, Hannah stood before the court and read from her notes, a statement that felt polished, practiced, and carefully rehearsed rather than heartfelt.
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion, and I will take steps necessary to move on from this incident, and you will not see me back here again.
Her words that night reduced months of stalking to what sounded like a single mistake. The statement was short, hollow, and showed no true remorse for David's ordeal. Legal observers called it scripted and dismissive, as if Hannah expected instant forgiveness. Judge David Tartier, unimpressed, decided he had heard enough.
The pre-sentence investigation does not paint a pretty picture of your behavior, Ms. Freeman. I am going to place you on 18 months of community control. You'll be ordered to have no contact with Mr. McKenzie, the victim. In this case, as a condition of community control, you are to wear a GPS device for the first 90 days. You'll be on house arrest with work release. You'll be ordered to undergo mental health counseling, particularly to establish healthy boundaries. And you will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail.
Hannah's reaction was explosive, shrieking and sobbing as the sentence was read. In that moment, privilege crumbled, and the woman who thought herself untouchable finally faced reality. Her attorney, Michael Kinlean, rushed to soften the damage, trying desperately to calm the chaos of her outburst.
At this point, Your Honor, I'm willing to make a motion to withdraw her plea and would rather go to trial.
But Judge Mattia was unmoved. His decision was firm, and no plea could change it.
Because you don't like the sentence?
No, because we don't like the way the court has interpreted the facts.
Mr.
The facts are
Kinlean,
not correct.
did you talk to me about sentence before you pled your client?
You were not available, Your Honor.
And then Judge Mattia delivered his devastating response.
When was this case indicted?
December.
Yeah, half a year ago.
Your Honor, I'm making.
Did you make any effort to talk to me in the last 6 months about how I would sentence your client?
Yes,
No.
we did.
You did? When?
When I asked you to take her off GPS back in April.
Okay, and I did.
Yes.
But that wasn't about sentencing, was it? I just asked you, did you make any effort to talk to me about what sentence I would impose after you negotiated a plea deal with the state of Ohio?
No, we did have an agreed sentence with the state and asked the court to go along with the agreed sentence. This is a plea.
Didn't ask me, sorry.
The plea is not knowingly voluntary.
Your bad practice is not my problem.
A ruling that cut through every excuse and left no doubt about the consequences Hannah had brought on herself. Hannah's attorney's missteps were only part of the story. What shielded her for so long were the layers of privilege surrounding her, being the daughter of a police chief, holding the respected position of a teacher, and the way society often minimizes female offenders. This case exposes how those advantages can delay accountability until the evidence evidence is overwhelming and a judge refuses to look the other way. Hannah embodied the psychology of an entitled stalker, convinced her victim belonged to her, no matter his wishes. Her helping with classwork excuse is a textbook example of stalker reframing, twisting criminal surveillance into an act of support. In her mind, she wasn't stalking, she was caring. But when emotional control failed, she escalated. A calculated attempt to force David into contact by taking items he needed daily. Her breakdown in court revealed a woman who never imagined privilege could fail. David's hesitation to report highlights the stigma male victims often face, particularly against female stalkers. Hannah ultimately served just 7 days in jail, but her punishment went far beyond that brief incarceration. She permanently lost her teaching career and now lives under 18 months of strict supervision, including GPS monitoring, house arrest, and mandatory mental health counseling. Even her attorney suffered reputational damage after his failed defense in court. But Hannah's downfall also shows something bigger. Privilege always has limits, and when it crumbles, the truth is impossible to ignore. These moments matter because they spark conversations most people avoid, about gender, power, and the psychology of control. If you want more stories that don't just cover the crime but reveal the deeper cultural lessons hiding beneath them, subscribe to She Knows Crime for 2 new cases every week, and each one exposes what happens when privilege meets justice.